Oh, is that what we're going to... Okay, yeah. So this is your last one. You're dying, clearly. Yeah.
Welcome to the show. I can't keep going.
Oh, God. Okay. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to Trudging Along.
Welcome to Trudging Along. Yeah, fuck it.
My name's Trev.
My name's David. I fucking don't even have the fucking willpower.
Oh, nice. Good for you. Yeah, and then we're just trudging, guys. We're just existing. Welcome to the show where we, we contemplate the meaningless of
Of knife? You said instead of life, you said knife.
Well, I have knife on the brain. I don't have a lot of...
Oh, I always have skin knife on the brain.
That's disgusting. How you doing, buddy?
Not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, you surviving?
Yeah, just living, man. Livin. You know what I mean?
L-I... What?
V-I-N. Living.
Living.
Mm-hmm.
Without the G. Good
it's
for
way
you.
Hipper.
Without the G, but copious amounts of the D.
Oh, big D. Living. You've ever heard of living?
We got Big D and Little T here.
Ew.
That would be our morning show nicknames,
Yeah,
hey?
big and little.
If we did a morning radio show, it'd be like, hey, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. What is it?
It's
7:06?
7 in the a.m.
It's 7 in the a.m. You're with
West Coast time.
Big D and a Little T. Spin it on over to medium-sized S for the traffic report.
Mm-hmm.
Our eye in the sky, as they say.
Oh, we've got a pile up on the I-405.
Yeah, that looks like I do. We have good 4K cameras in the chopper there. You can definitely see someone's limb hanging out a window.
Oh, you got to get the graphicness.
Yeah, well, I figured that's what morning radio is really missing.
It sure is.
You know what I mean? I want visceral description of the dismembered bodies littering the highway. Because it fucking rained and people can't drive when there's some precipitation on the road apparently.
Wow.
Well, first of all, coming here, driving to your place, it shouldn't take me that long, but it did because it was raining today, and I guess that means everyone has to go 30 under.
Yeah, people in this city, you'd think they'd be able to handle the elements more.
I don't get it. I understand if it's a blizzard, or if it's
we don't get a lot of snow, but it rains. What?
Well, and it's just
more than a year.
And it wasn't a torrential downpour. We're not in the fucking Amazon. It wasn't insane today.
We're
it
in
was
a
just
deciduous rainforest.
You do love saying that we live in a deciduous
rainforest. I sound smart. Deciduous.
Deciduous is one of those words that makes people sound smart. You're right. You're not wrong.
Sound like a scientist.
Okay.
Or not a scientist, but I sound like a science teacher.
You sound educated.
I sound like a 10th grade science teacher.
Yeah, those are always the psycho ones. Hey, the ones that want to do the bare. They still want to teach in a high school, but they want the easiest one, the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Right. Not to disparage any teachers. I'm just saying those ones to me seem like they're the ones that you find out a couple years after you've graduated that they go to the same watering holes as you do.
Oh, well, I want to hear a funny story. This is disturbing. I went to my 20-year high school reunion a couple weeks ago, and I saw my grade 10 science teacher. His name was Dave Dawson. Everyone called him Double D.
Double D. There you go. Dave Dawson could join us on the morning show. It'd be Big D, Little T, and Double D.
He looked exactly the same.
Really?
Yeah.
So kind of like in a good way, like a Patrick Stewart kind of way?
Yeah.
Where it's just like, holy shit, it's been 2 decades, and you still look old.
Yeah, he was exact same personality, everything. This Dave did Double D.
Double D, just living the dream.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think there's some aspects I really like the idea of being a teacher. I like the year starting in September. Do you know what I mean? I like that being kind of like a cyclical thing. I enjoy the framework, the structure of a school year. I just don't like kids much, so I don't think.
Oh, well, that's the problem.
That's the hurdle, right?
Yeah, you're a teacher.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good to not
you could be
love kids.
You could be a professor.
Like you don't want to go the other way.
A university professor.
No, that's a lot of work. I think unless you get tenured.
No,
once
it is a lot of work. Yeah,
once you're tenured, you can coast. But until then, you have to publish papers and do all sorts of shit.
You have to be a scholar. You got to do a lot of schooling too. I think you need your master's to become
there's
a professor.
no fucking way a 10th grade science teacher has aspirations to be a college professor.
No, to get your I think it's
now,
do 4-year degree and then you just do 2 years of the teaching.
Okay. Now here's a question for you. Is it illegal to sleep with your students in college, or is it just frowned upon ethically?
No, it's frowned upon.
But it probably does go against like the school of ethics or the code of ethics for the school. So you could be fired.
It's probably illegal.
Well, everyone's of age.
No, they're not. First-year university students are 18 or 17, 18.
Yeah, okay, well, what about this then? Let me float this one by you. Let's say I'm a college professor and I have like a 4th-year student.
Oh, boy.
Maybe she started school when she was 20, so she's 24. Let's say I'm 35 and she's 24. Ethically speaking, it's not okay, right?
No, that's fine.
That's your student, though. It's a student. What if it's
That's old for a university.
What if the professor is younger than the student? What if the student's like 40?
Yeah, because you get old people. Sorry, not old people. You get older people.
This is the next stage of their journey.
Hot. So you're a 35-year-old professor, and you're getting hit on by a 40-year-old that wanted to go back to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they're freshly divorced.
That's spicy.
And this is a terrible double standard that I'm just going to admit that I have. I think in that situation,
it's
okay. First of all, in the case of the student being younger than the professor, if the professor, and this is just me and if the professor in that situation is male and the student's female, I find it more wrong, worse than if the professor was female and the student was male. Do you know what I mean? Like if there was like a 35-year-old female professor and a 24-year-old male student, I'd be like, yeah, go for it.
Oh, you're saying if it was a female professor and a 40-year-old man?
No, I'm going with the younger example first.
No, I know, but I think it would be weird if it was a 29-year-old professor and a 40-year-old man.
I don't think. Can you be a professor at 29? I guess you could.
Yes, you could.
Yeah, you're right. Like, what if you can be one of those smarty pants that graduated high school like 16?
No, you'd still if you graduate high school.
Yeah, 18. Let's say 18. You graduate
4
18.
years. You're 21
22.
By the time you graduate or get your degree, your undergraduate.
Sure. So you're 22 now.
And then you need 3 more years for your master's.
22. So you're 25.
Yeah, that's if you do it all right away. 25, 26,
yeah,
I'd say.
Yeah, okay. I get what you're saying.
You'd be and then you tenure, you have to do an associate professor for a couple of years.
Right. Yeah, so 29.
30, 29, 30.
Yeah, okay. I mean, probably more realistic 30, but you could if you're really one of those keeners that go for it.
Okay, I still think it would be weird if it was a 30-year-old woman professor and a 40-year-old man. Oh, no, that was not weird at all.
See, that's what I mean. I feel like the power dynamic of professor and student, for some reason, is particularly egregious to me if the professor is male and the student who is younger is female. But the other way around, I don't have as big a problem with.
I missed all of that.
Okay, so if you have a 35-year-old,
I was thinking about it while you're saying it. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, I'll lay it out again because maybe I'm probably saying it. Okay, 35-year-old male professor, 25-year-old female student.
Yes,
I see that as somewhat predatory or not okay.
For even a 25.
Okay, but that's what the professor being male and the student being female. If you flip that in my brain,
I think that's because it's an authority thing.
Right, but if you flip that in my brain, technically speaking, the power dynamic is the same. But now all I've done is made the professor in this case female and the student male. I see that as like okay.
I think because a male has more. That's sexist.
I think it is, right? Like, I'm definitely saying something that is technically sexist, but I just feel like...
I think because a guy can take... Sorry, I know that this whole sexism debate and all that equal stuff, but physiologically, a man does have more... I think a man should be more responsible. They got more power.
So I feel like...
That sounds sexist still.
Well,
a man is built differently than a woman.
Well, hang on. Let's look.
If you're an authority figure and you're a man, I feel like you have that power and you have physical power.
Well, that's just it, right? And
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does, because think about it. Like, you and I walking late at night, we're never worried about getting assaulted.
Well, another guy could assault me.
For sure, but it's not likely, right? But as a woman being like stereotypically or like physically smaller, there's a real danger there that they have to be cognizant of all the time.
I think because men are animals.
Yes. I don't.
Women have to actually worry about a man assaulting them.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying.
So
and that's why
when you got a man as a professor that should be responsible.
There's a physical power dynamic, but there's also now the power dynamic of the teacher-student relationship.
Yes, what I'm saying. Yeah, you
get double
trouble. Yeah.
Double trouble. Yeah. Whereas if the professor is female and the student's male,
she's just having fun.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, she could be a predator as well, preying on a younger. But I don't see it that way. Is my point. Without actually like thinking it through, my initial knee-jerk reaction is, "Oh, that's fine."
Knee-jerk, love
it.
But
when I think but then when I logically walk it through, it's like, well, is that okay? And if it is okay or isn't, like, where does it fall when it's reversed.
Yeah, every time I do this, I don't know where to look. I'm looking at the.
Well, that's because to get the video working, we've got two laptops,
you can't see it.
and we got the camera that we usually look at when we're doing Beer Me.
So I have no fucking idea where my eye line is.
I think I've just potentially maybe opened up a can of worms with what I said about myself, but I'm gonna stick with it. I'm just admitting that that's probably something that's relatively problematic with my brain. I don't know. All this to say, if I was back in university and one of my female professors had hit on me, I would have been okay with it.
I would have been fucking.
I would have been.
Actually, you know what?
Perfectly fine with it.
I only had.
I'll go farther. There was one teacher in high school that if she ever hit on me, maybe two, if they ever hit on me, I'd be okay with it. Like, let's say graduate a month later, maybe not even. She was like, "Hey, do you want to go out?" Yeah. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
But then, it's dicey.
Dyson Vacuums, they're really good. They're really expensive.
Do you have a Dyson?
No, I do not.
I don't either. I think they're overly expensive. Aren't they like $800?
Yeah,
for a fucking vacuum.
Like $1,000, but they work really well. And there's also Dyson blow dryers and like all like the fancy
air blades.
Hairdressers get them like $500.
You do have it. You have a Dyson fan.
Oh yeah. I inherited that though.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
A Dyson fan is also like $400.
Are they?
And they're not even that good.
I was gonna say
they blow air out, but it looks like you're in a futuristic spaceship.
And you can put your hand to the middle of a fan. I don't think it's the best fan. Give me the old school blades.
Oh, I love the blades.
Right? That's what's gonna do the trick for you. I think.
Bury the blade. You know what that's from?
No, I don't.
I just saw that movie. I can't. The Client.
I thought you were gonna say it was from Blade.
No, Bury the Blade was a.
There's probably a Blade porno that's been shot, and then that statement is uttered. He's like, "I'm gonna bury the blade."
Bury the Blade was a hitman from.
Barry. Oh, I thought you meant Bury, like bury the blade.
No, Barry was his name.
Okay.
And they called him Bury the Blade.
Right. I guess if you're gonna pronounce it, it should be pronounced Bury.
Have you ever seen The Client? Great film.
I have seen it with Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah,
right.
Brad Renfrew, who sadly took his own life when he got older. He was a child star that couldn't handle the pressure.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of child stars, you see that kind of unravel, right? You see a lot of child
Everyone
stars.
that was on Teen Beat.
Yeah, I think it's because
came out bad, except for Leonardo DiCaprio.
Even that was pretty dicey for a little bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was on all the Teen Beat covers.
Yeah. I think here's why Leo escaped it, or I'm gonna hypothesize here.
I think he was wanted to be professional. He wasn't doing it just for the fame.
That's a good point. That's definitely in the mix there. But I also feel like had social media been a thing when he was coming up like that, he would have been.
But technically, it was the social media that was available then, magazine covers.
Right. No, I more mean like there wasn't. I couldn't live stream him doing cocaine off of.
Wait, but a lot of the child actors that died, social media hadn't started yet. So, what say you on that?
Well, no. I'm just saying like, not so much the whole he went like everyone veered down a dark hole. I'm just saying that like he escaped the spotlight to a degree that no one really can now.
No, but I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about people that died in the 90s.
Right.
So there wasn't there was nothing to escape, but they still took their lives.
Yeah, I think. Well, what you said about him being, are we talking? I was talking about like current actors that like used to be big that are taking their lives now.
Back then.
Oh, you're talking about people that died in the 90s.
Yeah,
that's just straight up OD, isn't it?
No, there was a lot of actors, that were 90s stars, and then they died in the early thousands.
Right. Yeah, because they
But social media.
They weren't as popular. No, my thing was more like, look, Leo probably would have gone down a darker hole had all of the nefarious things that he could have been doing, maybe probably in nightclubs, people's apartments, what have you, was broadcast and then made public.
Oh,
that
I
was
see
my
what you're
point.
saying.
Yeah.
Yes. But I don't think that would be the case for him anyways, because again, I think he cared more about the craft.
He was very much
living the facade. I mean, I know he does that with women.
What?
He's a womanizer.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, not in a bad way, but he just,
Well, is there a good way to be a womanizer?
Well, he's never been married, so he.
He's a philanderer.
Yes.
Is that the right word? The philandering?
Yeah, there's only a couple of
in
people.
Flanders Field.
I never understood that. There was a couple of athletes that were good with that too. That never got married and had tons of girlfriends because then they can just do what they actually want.
So they're casual. They keep things casual.
Yeah.
They're married to the sport.
There's a lot of celebrities that can't handle that because obviously they're celebrities and can get whatever woman, but are married with like 5 kids, and then they always end up straying.
Yeah, straying's a nice way to put.
But you'd think that you could just
kind of being a shitty person. I think we can all agree that if you cheat on someone, there's a part of you that's a little shitty.
Oh, you're a shitty person. Yeah, that's a bad. It's a guilty pleasure.
Should I say shitty person? No, that's a character flaw.
You did a shitty act.
Yes. I shouldn't. No one should be reduced by one act. Well,
yes, you should.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go
because everyone that does it knows it's wrong, and I think that's why they do it because it's the that feeling of, oh my God, this is bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because you're hopping on the good foot and doing a bad thing.
Yeah. So I think it gives them a pleasure in knowing that, oh my God, I shouldn't be doing this.
I'm shocked that you're using words like arousal and pleasure because those sound to me like words you would actually hate to hear.
You said it over again, and it was gross.
And you regretted hearing it. Yeah, no.
I didn't say the word arousal.
You went arouse and then you switched to pleasure.
Okay.
And it wasn't any better.
Aroused is gross.
Yeah, I think it is too. But what's worse, arousal or horned up?
Arousal.
I think you're right.
Horned up's just fun.
Yeah, I think it's weird. Like you've touched on this before, the clinical terms are the weird ones.
Yeah. The slang is
slang's okay.
The blow.
Yeah, well, or it gets it harder depending on where you.
Even harder is gross.
Turgid?
Turgid's disgusting.
Yeah, you love the description. Of that.
Engorging.
Okay.
Engorged.
Engorging?
Yeah, engorged, isn't that?
Engorged. Is it? I guess engorging would be it's happening in real time in front of you.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm engorging.
Yeah, that's gross.
That's terrible.
That's just gross. Sounds wrong.
Yeah, it does.
Like you're doing something wrong.
Anyways, I think again, I think if you're gonna, I want to tell that story and I can't.
That if you knew you were gonna be a world famous athlete, why would you get married? Come on.
Well,
unless you love the
hang on a sec.
The what's the word?
If you love the what?
The act of marriage, or what's it called?
A relationship?
No, there's a word I can't.
Okay.
I'm getting old.
I think we all are. Act accordingly, but also, I think that don't get married if you know that you are the kind of person that probably can't commit long term. That's not fair.
Not the kind of person. I'm talking about human beings.
Okay, you're just getting.
Yeah,
okay.
If you're a human and you reach that type of stardom that you know you're going to reach because, now I'm an athlete, now I'm going to have a lot of money.
I'm an athlete, I'm an actor, I'm famous.
Of people around me all the time.
Yeah.
It's the price you pay.
Well, there's something. Yes. Wait. So, what's the price you pay? Not being able to stay in a committed relationship, or like?
No, you shouldn't have a committed relationship because for sure, as a human, you're gonna break the rules. Maybe how many people do you think have had a monogamous relationship with I bet you there's probably no celebrity marriage or couple where they haven't had a problem like that.
Maybe it's definitely increased pressure in that area that a lot of people I don't think really feel
acutely. You think
acutely.
Any fucking married couple in Hollywood hasn't had an affair?
Bob Odenkirk and his wife.
You don't think he's had an affair?
I don't think so. Steven Spielberg. You think Steven Spielberg had an affair?
Yep.
Okay. I Tom Hanks. You think Tom cheated on Rita?
Oh, that one's tough.
There's no way on God's green earth. No fucking way. No way. Tom Hanks.
I'm not saying, you know what? I'm not giving humans enough credit, but humans are shitty people. So
look, we're a shitty species. Believe you me. If the aliens were ever to come down and be like, "Are you with them?" I'd be like, "No. I'm a deformed turtle or something."
Yeah, please take me with you.
Or put me out of my misery. Put the whole earth out of its misery. No, for sure. But also, you have to think because you made a good point. You said that it's just a price you pay when you're that famous, right? Well, you also have to evaluate like what's it worth to you? Is it worth you going out and getting your rocks off?
Socks off, rocks off.
To damage maybe the one area or the one little stability you do have or control, like that one like rock that you have, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're in a relationship for like 15 years and you're a celebrity or a famous athlete or what have you, and then like there's so much going on that's uncertain in your life. All those careers, you just don't know. So that one person that has been with you, especially if you start like if you were with them before you got to your peak, do you want to risk that? I guess, humans, a lot of the time we don't tend to think.
What do you mean? I think that's
that
when they
long
always
term.
do that.
You think that's when they really buckle?
Yeah, because now they're like, oh my God,
right.
What's the grass is greener.
Right. So you don't want to dance with the one who brought you.
No, I think that happens all the time. They make movies about that. How
I think it happens all the time.
Someone was with their high school sweetheart and then they got famous and they leave their significant other in the fucking dust.
Yeah, but usually a big part of that movie or that kind of story is regret.
Realized it was bad.
Yeah, it's the whole, regret.
It's a Wonderful Life. Or the
Family
Man.
I always like the idea of It's a Wonderful Life.
The Family Man.
And the Family Man's kind of like a reimagining of It's a Wonderful Life.
But yeah,
I always just thought it'd be funny if they were like, "Look, everyone will be better off without me," and then the angel was like, "Hey,
You're
look,
right.
and brings them to all these people. It's like, oh my god, they would be better off without you.
Yeah, you are useless. Let's just take you away.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're a waste of space.
That's nice.
I watch It's a Wonderful Life every Christmas. I love it so much. No man is a failure who has friends, which I don't know if I entirely agree with that sentiment
not true
anymore.
at all.
But
I know a lot of failures.
I guess it really depends on. Well, do you have any friends?
No.
Yeah, there you go.
That's just me.
I guess it depends on.
I'm talking about myself.
What your definition of success and failure is.
Yeah, because you could be a really successful plumber.
Right. But what does that even mean? Does that mean you make a lot of money? Does that mean you have? Yeah. You started your own business and it's going well?
What is success and what's failure?
God, yeah. You define that for yourself. Like if success is sitting down with a friend and having a beer and a chat, and then we're successful.
It sound like plumbing is a bad thing. That's a very honorable profession. I think any trade is.
You know a little bit about plumbing. Why don't you dive into your sink situation here?
Oh, fuck off. We talked about that last episode.
I don't think we did. Did we?
Yes, we did. We even said that when they said they could do it.
I couldn't remember. I was thinking about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, no.
I want to go back to traffic for a second because I was driving here. I was driving here and something happened that has never happened before in my life, and I was so excited. I can't believe I forgot this. No, I've had several boners in my life.
Ew.
Yeah, well, you brought it up. So I was driving here, and there was this guy just zipping in and out of traffic behind me. Yeah,
was he zipping and zapping?
Like left, right lane. Anyways, we pull up to a red light. There's 3 lanes. I'm in the leftmost lane.
Yes.
There's a vehicle in the middle lane, an SUV. Then there's this little car in the right lane.
Oh,
the
little
right
car.
lane,
what kind of car was that? Little car.
I don't know. It's like a Leaf, maybe a Nissan Leaf.
That's not a real car.
Well, it is a car. It's got 4 wheels and a steering wheel.
No, but it's not. There's no such thing as a Leaf.
Yeah, I think it's an electric car.
A Nissan Leaf is a real car.
Maybe I don't have the maker. Maybe it's not a Nissan. I think it's a Nissan Leaf.
If they call a car a Nissan Leaf,
I think it's an electric car. They call it a Nissan Leaf.
No way.
I'm pretty sure. Look it up.
I'm looking it up right now.
Google it. Or Bing it. Or Yahoo it.
Nissan.
Bing was Microsoft's thing that they tried.
Holy shit!
It's the Leaf, right?
How did you know that?
Because I saw it in traffic.
Yeah, that's it. Yes.
Okay, great.
You saw the okay, wait a minute here. You looked at the label and saw that it was a Nissan Leaf?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Okay. So we're at this red light.
Yeah, Nissan Leaf. It's $89 a month to lease.
That's pretty good. This guy was driving it like he stole it. Anyways, he's in the right lane. I'm in the left lane.
Oh, so the guy zipping around was in the Leaf?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just saying that was the one car.
No. He was in the Leaf, and then there was an SUV in the middle, right? So through the intersection, up about 30 feet, is a parked car. So this Leaf is going to get stuck in this lane unless he zips into the middle.
Yeah, he's just trying to cut in front of people, yeah.
Right. So light goes green. This guy floors it. Dead quiet as far as I could tell.
Oh, yeah, it's a Leaf, yeah.
He gets in front.
It gets off the line.
He gets in front of this black SUV and then keeps going. I'm in my lane, right? There's a guy in front of me about to turn left. So now I have to change lanes. So I change into the center lane at the same time as the Leaf goes into the far left lane, which is the lane I was just in, right? He can't see this car turning left because I was in front of him for a second before I moved. So now this Leaf is just screaming by. He's about to smack into the back of this guy turning left unless he cuts off this SUV in the middle lane.
So he's driving like an asshole.
Yeah. So what does he do? He cuts off the SUV in the middle lane. Well, what happens then?
The SUV loses it?
The SUV turns its lights and siren on. It's a fucking ghost car.
Oh, thank God.
It was amazing because I always see these assholes in traffic. And I'm like, why do you guys get a free pass every time? Not this fucking Nissan Leaf, my guy.
Did you see the person driving it?
I didn't know. It was all happening very quickly, but I was clocking it. I don't know. Probably, just someone in there.
He'll get reckless driving.
It was great. Also, shout out to this ghost car because the ghost car probably could have pulled this guy over for speeding off the line and then kind of almost cutting him off originally, but didn't. It was like, I'll let it go. Then this guy goes middle lane, left lane, cuts him off again, and the cop was like, "No, sorry, that's you got your."
I fucking hate people that drive like that.
It was so satisfying. It made my day. I was like just whistling after that.
Were you?
I was like, you know what? That's justice served for once that I've been able to witness. It was great.
But I've never witnessed something like that.
No, it was. I mean, it's a rare feat to actually see it. It's kind of like seeing your neighbor bring their groceries in. You know what happens, but you don't ever get to witness it.
Oh yeah, or baby pigeons.
I don't think I've ever seen a baby pigeon.
No, who has?
Well, wait though. Do pigeons live in the nest until they're adult?
Who knows? They must. You
That's a great point. I've never seen a baby pigeon.
In New York City, that guy would tape cowboy hats to pigeons.
What? No, I didn't see that.
Some weirdo was going around.
That's animal abuse.
Well, I mean, it probably doesn't hurt them.
Well, they probably don't like it.
No, they don't. You never saw that? Cowboy?
No. This guy went around putting little tiny cowboy hats on pigeons?
On pigeons, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Everyone couldn't.
He liked the look? So there were pigeons flying around with cowboys. So he did it for what? The publicity? He did it like a stunt? He wanted people talking about him?
Nobody knew.
It's like why most serial killers do it, right? They just want people talking about him.
It's actually pretty funny.
Is it? Do I feel bad for this pigeon? That's pretty cute. I mean, it is.
So they'd randomly see this around downtown New York.
Just pigeons. But how does he attach it?
Is it like he must catch them and then put the cowboy hat on? I don't know.
Is it like
Sorry, this is from a few years ago.
I just got an audition, so I'm just.
Oh, nice.
Is it like how they attached Indiana Jones's hat to his head because they stapled that to his dome? Do you know that they used surgical staples? What is this? These characters are set in the 1800s.
Someone is putting cowboy hats on pigeons. That's
Wait a
what
minute.
The title was.
What is this for?
What are you talking about?
This is for. I'm playing it. I think this is about Mormonism.
Oh, deny that one.
Can I? I probably can't. I probably can't say what this is. Never mind. Cannot talk about this.
Why is that? Let's have a look.
I'll show you afterwards. Wow, that's very involved.
What do you mean very involved?
I'll talk to you about it. I can't. I don't think I can talk about it. It's got like UK casting and Toronto casting and Vancouver casting. It's like I can't talk about it.
Oh, nice. Was it an actual audition, a film and television one?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm not going to get it because it's character set in the 1800s, and I definitely don't have that rugged look. So.
Oh, nice. 1800s. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, really? I think I was born in the wrong time. I think I would have preferred to have been born in never.
Let me put. Let's see here. You prefer to be born never.
Yeah, I mean, like if you could pick a decade to live your prime years in, what would it be?
Ooh.
For me, never.
60s? No, those years were shit. 80s.
80s? You're not far off.
What?
Well, I mean, just you can still kind of. Isn't it worse that you lived through the 80s, but not at the age you wanted to?
I was born in 1982.
Yeah.
So I was still a young kid.
Just a young kid with a bright light in your eyes that hadn't gone out yet.
I was 3 years old in 1985.
We were talking about Leo earlier. I watched Mayor of Easttown with Kate Winslet, his co-star in Titanic.
Oh, yeah?
So good. Highly recommend.
Yeah,
She's great in it.
Didn't she win an Emmy for it?
Maybe. I stopped watching awards shows. I used to love them.
Oh, they're horrible now.
And I haven't watched one in forever.
No, they're really bad now.
I haven't watched. I didn't watch the Oscars this year.
No, because it went into one big circle jerk.
I did watch Nomadland after the Oscars aired because I saw it won Best Picture. Whoever made that call, nope, wrong call, Academy. I don't know. I just I used to love watching the pageantry and the the whole.
People, it was cool. We wanted to go there.
But now it's just kind of like not a huge fan anymore.
No.
You know what I need to start getting back into, though, that I haven't watched in about 10 years, is I'm getting a call. Do you think it's a spam call?
Let's see.
It says British Columbia. Should I answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Kyle speaking. Hello?
Hi, this is an exclusive announcement from Hyatt Hotel.
Hyatt Hotel.
Your telephone number has been pre-selected to receive a complimentary stay in one of our 5-star hotels.
All right.
First of all, they're not 5 stars.
Press 0 now.
What happens if you do? Yeah.
Any additional offer? You are currently caller number 7, waiting to speak with a representative. Thank you for your patience.
What?
Is this real?
No, this is not real. When have I stayed in a Hyatt hotel? Now they hung up. Okay, this is it. Okay, so these same people call me all the time, and the last time I made it through to them was like 3 months ago, and I kept the lady on for like 5 or 6 minutes, and then I let her have it.
I love how they get mad at you.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
And then she called me something, and she like yelled at me for wasting her time. I was like, "You're a scammer." And then ever since then, that's the farthest I'll make it. Sometimes it'll call and I'll answer. They'll immediately hang up, or other times I'll ask to be put through like that, and then they just hang up afterwards. So my number must be flagged.
I don't believe in drone strikes, but if they were to find
what a way to start a sentence.
If they were to find those buildings were all because those scammers, it's like a big business wherever they are. They're in like office buildings, like all like phoning at one. Bomb those buildings.
I don't believe in drone strikes, but that's a great sentence.
That's like the worst thing you can possibly do to scam someone. Is like
especially because the general target for those is
old people.
Yeah, elderly people who maybe aren't tech savvy. If you actually took money from an
old person and you think you had a good day, please die.
There's a great episode of the podcast, Reply All. I can't remember what it's called. It's like episode 100 or something like that. Anyways, the one of the hosts, Alex Goldman, gets phone calls from these like telemarketer scam guys, and he ends up striking up a relationship with one and then flying to India to meet him.
Oh, really?
It's insane. Yeah, it's a great episode. It's a 2-parter. Something about Taxi, the Phantom Phone Call. I don't know. It's about right on episode 100. Check it out though. Reply All. It's a great podcast. It's fun though. But yeah, he ends up flying to meet him.
I found that tacky that he would go meet.
He wants to, because he's a journalist. He wants to understand how it works. So then he goes to meet this guy at the like call center. And
however, how it works is still wrong.
Oh yeah, 100% it's wrong. It's like there's that one guy online that modulates his voice to make him sound like an old lady, and then he strings scammers along for like 3 hours. Like he'll buy Google Play cards, and then he'll pretend to give them the number,
that guy.
And then he'll like end up buying stuff in front, because he'll give these guys control of his computer remotely.
Yeah.
And then he'll start like cashing in Google Play, and they'll freak out and lose their minds on him. And he'll spend like hours with them, just tying up their time.
Nice.
Yeah, he's doing the Lord's work. That's it. That's the Lord's work.
The fact that they get mad at you for fucking with them is so unbelievable. Like, are you serious?
The worst, or I guess the best one I ever had was, we used to have a home phone, and these guys called my home phone. This is right after my father-in-law almost got scammed by these guys. It could be the same guys, probably different guys, whatever. They called my home, and they asked me about, do I have a Mac or a PC? And I was like, oh, I have a Mac. And I strung him along, and then I ended up saying some very disparaging remarks about his family, particularly. Well, I don't want to get into it. Anyways, he was very choked. He spent the next week calling and leaving me messages on my home phone about how he was going to come and kill me and sodomize me and all sorts of stuff. I thought it was hilarious. My wife was a little worried, but
really, he actually kept up with
I have the voicemails still. They're on my like answering machine from my
awesome.
remote phone. Yeah, he was choked. He was quite upset with me because I called him out.
Would you care if that man died in real life?
No, but there's a lot of people that I meet almost daily that I'm just like, I don't think that I'd be fine if I never met you again, or if you didn't exist. But I'm also not a good person, so someone that's more understanding or caring would be like, hey, look, everyone's got problems. Maybe you just caught this person at a bad time, or yada yada yada. Maybe this person in the call center, they don't have a choice. They couldn't get any other job. They have kids at home they need to feed, and they know it's reprehensible and despicable. But you got to eat.
Wow, that was.
And then, so some people would look at that and be like, wow, I have empathy for those people. I am not one of those.
No, not a chance.
No, I don't know.
Not a fucking chance.
I don't have empathy for you.
Get in a grave.
Yeah, hopefully sooner rather than later. But that's, again, I'm not a good person, so what do I know?
Yeah, that was right. That was nice. That was nice that you stated that.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Had to be said.
Yeah, no, I'm really kind of just exposing myself today with the whole professor and then this and the not having empathy for people that might.
Oh, you sound like a creep.
No, I mean, I don't think I sound like a creep. I just think I sound like a fucking asshole. Sorry.
That's the whole point of the podcast.
I think that's just like you so eloquently put earlier, just humanity. I'm just exposing my humanity here, and it's always the worst parts of yourself.
I don't get some of the people that complain this day and age. Really are like surprised at
What do you mean?
how people act.
What do you mean?
People complain about all kinds. I'm not going to get into it.
Sure.
But I'm just saying that's how humans act. That's how they always have acted.
They're complainers, or they're just not good people?
Yeah, just not good people.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, like in order to fix what you're upset about, you literally have to change human beings' DNA.
Yeah.
And
well, thankfully, those of us who took the vaccine will have our DNA altered.
Yeah, we got the...
Right? That's how that works, I think.
Yeah. It gives us a shelf life.
I read it on the back of a Matchbox once. No, that's that line from Fawlty Towers. Have you seen Fawlty Towers?
I have.
Oh, God, I love that show.
You know, there's another one I just watched the other day. It was really good. A Fish Called Wanda.
Oh, my God, I haven't seen that in forever.
So good.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
I love...
when Kevin Kline is the hitman.
Yeah.
And he has the gun out to one of the... I can't remember who it was. The guy with long curly hair.
I can't remember.
Monty Python. That actor, the British guy.
Uh-huh.
And he's like...
Eric Idle?
They're getting in an argument over the United States.
Uh-huh.
He's like, well, we win all the wars. He goes, yeah, win? Like, you mean like... Vietnam, but like how mad Kevin Kline gets. We didn't lose that. That was a tie.
Yeah, that's a good point. The States doesn't really lose, right? It's either a win or a tie. They never. Nope, they're victorious all the way across the board.
I don't think they won or tied in Vietnam.
No, I mean, that's like that from their point of view. That's always what they.
I think that was a straight loss.
That's always the way they spin it, as they say.
Yeah.
You spin a story like you spin a globe.
I don't really know much.
You spin a dreidel.
Factual stuff on that, so I can't.
I don't either. I mean, like I kind of know a little bit. I know a little bit. I know enough to sound stupid if I were to talk about it.
I think they were just trying to squash communism. I don't think anybody was in real danger. Well, no, I think North Vietnam was actually killing people.
That's history with Dave. If Dave, I would be a grade 10 science teacher, and Dave would be a 10th grade history teacher.
Don't you ever find out like why do
birds suddenly appear every time you are near?
Why do they go to countries and fight when they're not fighting? Like I get if people invaded here and you had to fight for your home,
yeah,
but they always go like hundreds of thousands of miles away and fight in areas where no one ever goes.
Well, I think it's...
obviously, there's a reason for it, but...
Yeah, and again, I know enough to sound really stupid, but it's essentially preemptive, right? Like you're looking at the risk board.
Game. Yeah.
You're looking at the risk board and you're going, look, we need to
Those
have...
areas need to be safe.
Yeah, we need to shore this up, because if not, this domino could topple and that would cause this one to go, and then all of a sudden... That wouldn't be good for our interests wherever, so our global interests.
Yeah, I sound like an idiot by saying that.
But
no.
I
mean? I
understand what you're saying.
Fight a war because it's the last resort. Like, they're literally coming to kill you in your home.
Yeah.
Like if someone invaded the United States, okay, obviously they'd go to war. Or like World War II, they had to go to war, or they would have taken over the world.
Yeah, and I think all of these things since then, all of these skirmishes, are designed to prevent
a massive war.
Yeah. I mean, theoretically speaking.
Yes.
I'm okay with just, letting the chips fall where they may.
I don't know. That would kill a lot of people.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I think we're reaching a point now where, like, everyone's like, oh, the world is a much smaller place than it used to be because of technology and stuff. And
that is true.
And now it's just feeling like it's too small of a place. Now there's not enough breathing room for everyone, and everyone's kind of like, we're at the part of the night now. If human history was one day, we're now getting to like the part in the evening where everyone's a little too drunk, and some people are looking at each other sideways, and someone says something and it's taken the wrong way, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, a little skirmish starts in one area of the bar, and then pretty soon the whole bar gets involved. And
that's already happened.
Yeah, well, either it ends with everyone going their separate ways and we'll come back to the party tomorrow, or it ends with burning the bar down and everyone inside of it. We don't know yet. The night it still hasn't. Still not over. The night is young. It's in diapers, for Christ's sake.
That was a great analogy, and I was thinking in my head that was a terrible thing that happened in the States a while ago. A rock concert, the pyrotechnics in it went up in the bar, and everyone died.
When was that?
Because there was only 2 exits, but everyone would have lived, but everyone was so scared about the fire, they all bottlenecked and stuck. All the people got stuck.
Ugh, that's fucking terrible. Wait, they got so bottlenecked that... Oh, my God.
Yeah, where they were like literally like squishing out the door.
Ew.
But everyone would have been fine if they just...
Single file.
Left in an orderly fashion.
Right, but then at what point do you... have the wherewithal to go like, hang on, guys, one sec.
No, because it was going up fast.
It's fight or flight at that point, right? You're like, I got to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, but it was scary.
But also, if you see that bottleneck, I guess, fuck. What are you going to do, baby?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
What kind of, what band was playing?
I think it was like a rock band.
Did they make it out?
I don't know if they did.
Oh, man, that was our last show, hey?
And
they went out in a blaze of glory.
One of the emergency exits was locked.
Okay, well, there you go. You see what I mean? So it wasn't even faulty planning on the building's part, right? It was like, oh, like if there were a fire to happen, hey, we got this exit, no problem. Well, why was that exit locked?
They don't know that. That's why they
were the band's prima donnas, and they were like, we don't want anyone coming in here. Lock that. No. Was that in their rider?
No,
hey, we want one door locked just in case shit hits the fan. We want to make sure that we're remembered.
No, that's
for the devastation.
That's not why.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just thought I'd check.
Could be.
Yeah.
There's like a documentary on it. Sounds like it rings a bell. I think that it was the bar. The bar was responsible for it. Okay.
Well, I mean, that guy definitely lost his liquor license.
Oh yeah, they got sued. I think they got charged.
Into the Stone Age.
Yeah.
At what point though do you care? Like, who's suing them? Probably family members of people that are dead.
A lot of people died.
Yeah. But at what point you're like, I guess we'll sue them. I guess we'll get some money, and I'll use that.
Oh, you don't get any money off of that.
Well, what are you going to use the money? What do you get? A nicer tombstone? Like it doesn't. Well, it's just
it's the principle.
I know it's the principle of the thing. It just kind of sucks because
you get paid in emotional anguish.
Well, it's just like your whole fucking life has been upended because of this untimely death from someone just being at a fucking concert, and then what? Your next couple of years of your life are consumed by by litigation, just because you're trying to get some money. I get it, and 100% everyone should be somehow compensated with a dollar amount that seems to make sense for a person's accidental death.
There's a cap amount on trauma, right?
Right.
Trauma pay.
Yeah.
There's a word for it. I can't remember. It's been a long time, but yeah, you actually get paid on what it did to you.
Right. So can I if I end up, let's say there's a religion that's got it bang on, and then I end up at that religion's pearly gates, can I then? Maybe purgatory is simply arguing why you should be allowed into paradise because of the trauma you experienced being alive.
Yeah.
Right? So you get there. That's purgatory.
A little far.
That's purgatory. And you're like, so wait, hang on a sec. Which one of you did this? Which one of you is the Almighty, the Creator? That one? Okay.
So there's no heaven or hell. You just have a better life based on all the shit you went
No,
through?
I'm saying there is a heaven, but they're like, hey, sorry, based on the life you lived, you didn't live by our set guidelines like a religion has.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to go to the other way. Like, well, hang on a sec. What about trauma that I experienced because I was given a life I didn't choose?
You can cash in some chips.
So then you go like, well, hang on. Can I get a good lawyer? I want one that's got his wings already. Get me a good lawyer.
There's a movie about that.
Is there?
Yeah. Oh, it's not like that, but it's close.
Okay.
What is it called? Defending Your Life with
Are you serious?
Meryl Streep and
Fuck. Meryl Streep did it. Okay.
And Super Dave's brother.
I don't know him.
The bad guy from Drive. What's his name? Albert Brooks.
Albert Brooks?
Yeah.
That sounds like a good cast too.
Yeah,
Shit.
It's good film.
Well, let's just say you can argue like, hang on a sec, what about the trauma I experienced because I didn't choose to be born?
Yeah, he's in the movie. He's got to argue why he should go to heaven.
That's a great premise. Mm-hmm. Of course, everything's been thought of already.
Yeah, this movie was 80s.
Okay, well, let's do a remake then. I was watching you up at the roast battle. You saw the photo. You and Rory Dunn. Be a great Birdcage remake.
Oh yeah,
that'd be a great cast right there. I found it. I'll be the casting director. Boom, found him.
Wait a minute here. I can see.
You'd be the Nathan Lane role. I hope you know that.
Great.
I hope you're good with that. You'd be Nathan Lane, and then Rory Dunn would be the Robin Williams. I'll be the guy that hangs out on set at the craft services. I came up with the idea.
You ever seen this movie? Defend Your Life. That's the cover.
Never fucking heard of it in my life.
Yeah, it's the jacket cover.
Let me see the jacket again. They look like they're in love.
They are. They're both in purgatory.
They're both. This sounds like what dreams may come.
They meet in purgatory. No, it's a comedy.
Oh, okay. Who would have thought? So, okay.
Defending Your Life is a 1991 American romantic comedy about a man who finds himself on trial in the afterlife while proceeding to examine his...
What a great premise for a movie.
It's a really good movie.
It's got a 7.2. Albert Brooks. Rip Torn's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Agency head. Who else is in this? Not a lot of people I would know. Who wrote this fucker?
Albert Brooks.
Oh, he wrote and directed it. Mm-hmm. Of course, that's why it's good premise. Guy's a genius. Vastly underrated film, a real treat. Carpe diem.
Seize the day.
The film's tagline, the first true story of what happens after you die, is so perfect for this film. All right, this guy sounds like a fucking idiot. 9 stars, 8 stars, 7 stars, 10 stars. This film changed my life and helped me to become a better person. Okay.
Yeah, look, Albert stars a dead yuppie who must defend the choices he made in life.
Because of this movie, I can tell you that my bus driver's name is Joe and my mailman is Bob. No fucking, this guy's a liar. This guy...
I don't even get what you said.
This guy wrote the review in 2001, December 2nd, 2001. Mark Rutt 7 gave it a 10 out of 10. He said, this film changed my life and helped me become a better person. This movie made me realize how my life will look when showed upon the big screen. Defending your life made me think about how I have handled fear and adversity in my life. It also made me consider the effect my actions can have on the lives of others. Because of this movie, I can tell you that my bus driver's name is Joe and my mailman is Bob.
I think that must be a reference from the movie.
No, I think he's literally saying this movie, like he actually like met these people in real life and wanted to know them because of this movie.
Oh, what a fucking loser.
Well, also, I think he's lying because what are the chances that the two most generic names for guys in the English language is your mailman and your bus driver?
Professional critic?
No, it's on IMDb. I never liked Meryl Streep in other movies, but playing Julia, she is absolutely charming. Okay, guy didn't like Meryl Streep before.
Yeah, what?
This is one of the few movies I plan to buy and keep. You're on IMDb talking about a movie you love, and in the same breath, you're saying, I don't buy a lot of movies or keep them, but this is one that I will. Yet you're on the Internet Movie Database talking about a movie.
This guy sounds like a tit.
This guy sounds like a psychopath and a liar. Also, probably gets paid from a call center.
What's his name?
Mark Rutt 7. Well, that's his handle.
Oh, he's a loser.
I wonder if I can find... 90 of 103 found this review helpful. Do you think I can...
That was in 19...
See all reviews by Mark Rutt. This is the only movie he's reviewed.
Oh, this guy's psycho.
Or, maybe actually he had a classic romantic comedy with a message to boot. I have never felt so good after watching it. I've never heard of this fucking thing, and it's getting high praise from Mark Rutt 7 and those of his kind on IMDb. What's it called? Defending My Life?
Defending Your Life.
Is it on a streaming service?
I don't know.
You know this cool feature on iPhones? You can go to Apple TV and then type in a movie like that. It'll tell you all of the things it's on. So, like, if it's on Crave or if it's on Amazon. Okay, hang on. I'm going to look. Defending.
His brother is Super Dave.
Defending Your Life, right there. I can buy it for $13. It's got 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, but this is how to watch. The only way to watch it is to buy it or rent it.
Oh, boy.
Related, Ghost Town, Made in Heaven,
Ghost Town.
Heaven Can Wait, Ghost, Modern Romance, About Time, Lost in America, Midnight in Paris, Broadcast News, Groundhog Day, Arthur, What Dreams May Come. That's on the Related.
That movie's fucking depressing.
Yeah, they were kind of stretching with some of these. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Amelie, Mother. Okay, Related, Bedazzled. I don't know about that.
I think it's to do with heaven and hell.
Right. Brendan Fraser. Love Brendan Fraser. Princess Bride, great. Annie Hall. I don't think that you can run out of movies that are related to movies, apparently. Kramer versus Kramer. Heartburn.
Yeah, Kramer. That's because Meryl Streep was in it?
Yeah, I guess. Heartburn. Did you ever hear... I've never heard of this movie with Jack Nicholson and Meryl Streep.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that one, yeah.
Rachel Samstat, a New York food critic. Beds Mark Foreman, a Washington,
Was Ghost
DC...
Dad on there, too? Is that what you said?
No, Ghost was, and Ghost Town, not Ghost Dad.
Oh, Ghost Dad. That didn't age well. Bill Cosby?
Yeah, I don't think any movie with Bill Cosby shows up in algorithms anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. The two fall in love, and Rachel relinquishes her job and relocates to be with a man who views himself as unfit for marriage. Hey, kind of a guy you talked about earlier.
Wait. What is this? Are you reading the...
I'm reading the description of Heartburn. They try to build a life together, literally, as they struggle with the construction crews renovating their home. When Rachel gets pregnant, Mark is enthusiastic, but then soon begins doubting whether he could be a family man. I think they just gave me the entire movie.
Well, that's the synopsis.
Well, I mean, that's also a breakdown of potentially the entire thing. Jeff Daniels is in it.
Jeff!
Stockard Channing is in it. There's a good cast here.
What year is this?
Catherine O'Hara is in it.
What fucking year is it?
It's 86.
Oh, it's a while ago.
Yeah. Rated 18A. No fucking way. This is rated 18A.
You know what a great film is? Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom?
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. Mm-hmm. Haven't seen it.
Yeah, he the best part of the movie is his wife's boss. He's trying to impress because he's laid off. He's an engineer and he got laid off. It's like in the 80s when it was like the that bad period.
Right. That bad period in the 80s.
Yeah. Anyways, his wife's boss comes to pick him up, and he wants to make it look like he's still active. So he's in the living room with like a chainsaw in his hand and like
a plaid shirt,
like contractor equipment,
and then like gloves on. Yeah. And,
he's
got the goggles.
Yeah, and he's like, "Hey," and the guy's like, "Why?" He goes, "Oh, you're looking busy today." And then he takes his glasses and says, "Yeah." And then they're standing there and they don't know what to say to each other. He goes, "You want a beer?" And he goes, "It's 8:00 in the morning." That is funny.
I haven't seen it. I love Michael Keaton.
Yeah, but it's funny. Like it's so good.
It's just like there's like awkward silence.
Yeah, and he goes, "Want a beer?" He goes, "It's 8:00 in the morning."
I just watched Horrible Bosses again, and that whole exchange with Kevin Spacey and why am I blanking? Ozark. Not the guy from Ozark. Jason Bateman.
Jason
Bateman and Kevin Spacey are doing the. They're in his office, and he's like, "You want a scotch?" And it's like 8:00 in the morning. Remember that?
Oh yeah, and he makes him down it.
Yeah. And then he's like, "Sure." And then he pours him one, and then he gives it to him. He's like, "Are you not gonna have one?" He's like, "No, it's 8:00 in the morning, Doug." He's like, "I only have one because you're gonna have one." "Oh, you're that kind of a pushover, hey? Drink that scotch." He's like, "It's 15-year-old scotch. I'm not gonna pour it back in the bottle, Doug."
Oh yeah.
And then he chugs it back. Can you imagine having a scotch at 8 a.m. at work?
That would fuck your whole day up.
Yeah, no, I'd be passed out by 10.
Mm-hmm. Didn't you have like a full glass of it?
Oh yeah, it was a good 3 fingers.
It was triple, yeah.
It was a good 3 fingers. It's that many.
I don't think I'd be able to down a scotch that much.
No, are you kidding me?
Neat?
Can you? I couldn't take more than one gulp. Like the second gulp, I would feel like I'm dying inside.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, it's not good. It's I mean, scotch is good, but small amounts. I can't do it. Like when I see, here's the thing: when I see a movie and someone takes like a bottle of anything, like a bottle of rum, a bottle of vodka, and they're like, "Oh no, this shitty thing happened," and they start chugging it back. I'm like, I don't believe this at all. There's no way you could have more than one, maybe like a couple sips before you'd be like, okay, I got to put this down because I got to cough.
Oh yeah, it's so stupid.
Do you know what I mean? I'm like,
they're doing that on purpose.
You can't down half. You can't down a Mickey of White Lightning and not have some kind of physical reaction to it.
Yeah, they're not good acting.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's done for comedic effect, in which case, okay, we can kind of bypass that. I'm being too granular about it.
Any movie where they are doing it like that, it's not a serious one.
Some of them it is. Some of them it's like pretty depressing, and they take it.
Have you ever seen Leaving Las Vegas?
Not in a long time. I see the DVD jacket from the local Rogers Video that I rented it from in my mind's eye. But
the amount he drinks in that is unbelievable.
Is it a lot? I can't remember. It's too much.
Well, he's trying to drink himself to death.
Yeah, well, I know the feeling.
No, literally though, like opening up a bottle of brown liquor and downing it in one swig, 2 sips.
That is just.
And then moving on to like a beer, and then he'll go back to downing another 2 sips.
That's disturbing. That's
like
not
he's
fun.
literally trying to kill himself.
Well, okay. Johnny Depp.
That was not Johnny Depp.
No, who was it?
Nicolas Cage.
Nick Cage.
And he won an Oscar for it.
Do you know he's in a movie? He's starring in a movie about being Nick Cage.
Yeah, his movies now are getting too. He's gone. I don't even get who he is as a person.
He was going to play the Tiger King, and I think he backed out, or maybe he's still in it. I don't know.
What is he anymore though? Is he like why?
It's fucking Nick Cage. Okay, wait. I just saw his latest movie, and it was so fucking good. Pig.
Oh, was it? What's it about?
I really, really liked it. It's kind of like John Wick without all of the violence.
Well, that sounds stupid.
It's so good. It's great. It's
what do you mean?
Good cast.
He's a hitman?
No. He lives in the woods by himself with a truffle pig.
Why does he do movies like this?
It's actually a really good movie. And his pig helps him find mushrooms.
Yeah, it's a real thing
that he sells to this
you can make a lot of money off of that.
Yeah, restaurateur that that lives in New York. And then someone comes and kidnaps his pig. And then he goes to find it.
Is it violent at all?
No. There's that maybe. I don't want to say it. I would highly recommend it.
Is there any other actors in it that are good?
Yeah, the other guy, the young guy that he sells the mushrooms to is phenomenal. And then also the actor this guy. Do you remember the movie Hitch? Remember
Hitch with
Will Smith.
Yeah, I remember the movie.
The boss, her boss.
Yes.
Eva Mendes' boss.
Yeah.
He's in it, and he's so fucking good in it.
Is he the bad guy?
I mean, like that's a matter of perspective, but it's a hell of a film. It's a lean movie. I think it's like 90 minutes long. I rented it. I think you rented it for like $6 on iTunes. Well worth it. I'd buy it. You know what pisses me off about iTunes?
But is it weird? Is Nicolas Cage just?
It's not as weird as like
it's not
as weird as like Mandy or like some of those other ones he did. The Color Purple or whatever.
Yeah, like all these.
No, that's not the right one. The Color of what was it?
The Color Purple. That's with Whoopi Goldberg. That's a good movie.
What's the Color one with Nicolas Cage? It's the Color. It's like a sci-fi one.
Yeah, the science one.
Yeah, that one sucked. I hated that one.
Okay, why is he?
What's Nick Cage's? Let's go through the last couple years for Nick Cage.
Do you think he's ever going to be able to do an actual film anymore?
I mean, he's going to be in the sequel to Face Off, I think. So.
What?
Okay, hang on. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is the one that he's. I didn't see Willy's Wonderland. I heard that was weird.
Fucking weird too.
Yeah, he made the Color Out of Space. I watched that. Didn't like it at all. Look at how many movies. What the fuck is going on? Okay, Pig. It only has a 7. Anyways, I would recommend that one. Prisoners of the Ghost I didn't see. Wasn't it Mandy? I saw Color Out of Space and I saw Mandy, and I didn't like either one of those. Those were psycho. He's quite prolific in the amount of movies that he films. He was in Teen Titans Go to the Movies. A Score to Settle? Oh, he looks haggard in that poster. Hey, look at that.
What? Yeah, but see, like, what is it? I don't.
What's this? An ex-enforcer for a local crime syndicate has vowed to enact retribution on his mob bosses after 19 years of wrongful imprisonment. Oh, shit. That sounds like it could be fun. He's in a movie with Lawrence Fishburne. Good for him. I thought he was in a Tiger King type movie. Oh, yeah, the Untitled Joe Exotic Project.
Oh, well.
Yeah, he's playing the Tiger King.
Yeah,
it's going to be a TV miniseries, I think, for
like
Amazon.
He just, like, gets out of a fucking cave for his movie and then goes back in it. Like, what is his personal life? Like, how do you do shit like that and live a normal life?
Well, I think it goes to what you were saying earlier. Like, once you reach that kind of, like, peak fame level, you can never have a normal life again.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, fucking... Okay, there's actors that play weird, obscure roles, but
right.
he just consistently does. He's like a fucking walking joke now.
Yeah, I'm
sorry to say, Nick.
I don't think he's a walking joke.
Every single movie he does, if I was on set for one day, I'd kill myself.
Watch Pig. Pig's a great film.
No, but yeah, okay.
Some of the weird. I understand what you're saying with like Mandy and Color Out of Space. Those ones, I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? I felt insane watching them.
Yeah, like why is he doing films like that?
I don't know. Paycheck's a paycheck, man. Maybe he's got debts. Maybe he's got ex-wives. I don't know.
You could do another. Now they have him pigeon-toed to be like every film he does is a weirdo film.
Pig
now.
Wasn't that. Well, I mean, my wife didn't care for it, but I really liked it. I don't think Pig was that weird. I think it was good. I'd check it out.
My point is, he's not doing normal films.
Yeah, not more conventional.
Fucked.
I would pay good money to see National Treasure 3.
Yeah, see, there's a normal film.
Do you know they're coming out with a National Treasure TV series? But it's about like high school kids, and it's a reboot of going to Disney Plus.
Oh, of course it is.
You didn't know that?
It's going to be fucking worst.
Yeah, it's not going to be good.
They're going to cast the worst people they could possibly cast.
Apparently, they're still trying to get National Treasure 3 off the ground, but they've been trying for like 10 years, so I doubt it's going to happen. I love those movies.
Nicolas Cage is crazy?
He's not that crazy. He's not. The roles he's doing are kind of crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Has anyone ever heard him like what does he do?
Oh, where like he's not promoting these films. He's just like, okay, I get what you're saying.
And then goes into a fucking space shuttle and goes off to the moon.
I get what you're saying. So you're saying that like he just like a new Nick Cage movie comes out, and you're like, but where's Nick Cage been?
Yeah,
I get you.
He does some weird movie that you can't even watch unless you want to fucking poke your own eyes out.
No. Pig is great.
I still it's stupid.
I'll buy it for you for your birthday.
Pig. It's about a guy that gets his truffle pig stolen. Like, what the fuck is going on here? This is not normal.
No, it's a good movie. It's a great movie.
It sounds stupid as fuck.
Okay, I'm telling you right now, it's not.
Every movie he does is stupid.
I'm telling you right now, it sounds stupid. I will give you that. I will grant you that it sounds stupid.
But that's my point. I'm saying every movie he's cast in is some weird, bizarre premise. Like, it's not a fucking. He's not doing some political movie about. Like, he's not like a Bradley Cooper movie.
Right.
It's like every movie he does is fucked out of its core.
Hey man, what if that's what he likes to do now? What if that's just his thing?
That's my point. Why? What the fuck are you doing, Nicolas Cage?
As long as it's working for him and he's getting paid.
I don't think it is working for him. I think he's just now.
Well, he's still getting films. He's still getting roles
because that's all he can do. Do you see that other movie where he's stuck in some fantasy park?
That's the Willy Wonderland thing I was talking
what
about.
What the fuck is that? What
I
are
think
you
that's
doing?
I think that's a horror film based on. Is it based on like Freddy Fright Nights or whatever it's called?
Whatever
Freddy
it
got
is.
fingered.
What
Finger
the
Night.
fuck are you doing?
Freddy. It's like a horror video game series.
Yeah, you go from Mandy to that weird sci-fi.
That one,
thing
I'm telling you, that was not a double feature that I enjoyed.
No, that's my point. What the fuck is this guy doing?
I don't know. You know what? Let's go find out. Let's you and I. We're gonna stop the podcast, and you're gonna go find Nick Cage.
Where can we find him? He's probably in his cave.
He's in his capsule. I bet he's in his capsule.
Yeah, his capsule that
that
hovers around
Nick,
the atmosphere.
The people come. They go. His agent comes. Nick. They knock on the top.
We got another fucked
Nick.
up movie for
and
you.
then he does this. He takes the script and he just slaps on the front. And then Nick Cage opens his eyes and he's like, "I'm ready." And then it goes.
That's how psycho all of his films are.
I mean, yeah. I guess we're gonna find. I think the craziest one is the one where he's playing himself but can't get any work anymore. That's like the.
So he's taking the piss out of himself?
I think so, yeah. It's going to be good. I can't wait. Nick Cage, big fan.
I am a fan of the guy. Yeah.
Big fan of you playing Benjamin in the National Treasure movies.
I didn't like him in Windwalkers.
Windwalkers.
Yeah, Walkie-Talkers.
World
War
yeah.
II.
Yeah, I hear you.
I think
Gone in 60 Seconds. Great film.
Oh, one of my favorites. Used to watch it religiously.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, we're going to wrap it there.
Wrap it up.
We're going to go find Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out, guys.
See if we'll do a movie about aliens that tear off their dicks and use them as ukuleles.
I would see that.
And then stretch it to 90 minutes.
You know, that isn't something I've seen in a film before, so I would see it just because it hasn't been done before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, have a good week, guys. Keep trudging, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, wipe front to back.
There it is.